Teresa and I, to talk about websites on our Wednesday here. And I love this topic. It's something that I did a while ago and I want to investigate doing again or doing better than I did it last time. Because I think with quizzes and learning how to use a quiz to entice your potential client is so beneficial. When you hit on the right quiz, it's amazing how fast it grows your email list, right?
Absolutely. Well, not only that, but from a participant's point of view, the life coach that I used to work with, she had a quiz that was so on point to what I needed at that time in my life that I revisited that quiz multiple times. And I actually followed her for 2 years before I invested in working with her. And a big part of it is she was a high dollar coach. And I was like, oh, I can't spend that. But for 2 years, I utilized her free resources until I could not imagine not working with her. And I wind up spending a lot of money and gaining value beyond what I spent. I mean, that was the thing, is that while I spent the money, I finally invested in myself. The value I received was incredible. And that's what quizzes can start alluding to, is the value that you are going to provide with your customers. And
So
that
tell me a little bit about like what like there's multiple avenues that people could be watching, right? Because we're streaming live onto YouTube and LinkedIn, and for coaches, consultants, interior designers. Give me an example of like an interior designer type quiz. What would somebody, what kind of quiz would they want to put on their website?
So I have one that I'm going to share, and I know she doesn't mind, and it's Ellie Ann's interior design, because it is probably one of the most fun quizzes, funnest, I was going to say. I think it's one of the most fun quizzes I've ever put together. But what she has is discover your design style. Now, there's a lot of quizzes out there that are kind of superficial and, surface level, and they're kind of fun and stuff like that. But then you're like, oh, I am mid-century modern, and then your life ends there and you forget the quiz and you move on. But what I love about what Susan Branchard has done with her quiz is she took it beyond the here's your style, and she gives them so many resources to embrace their design style, from a drink recipe to, like cocktail hour, to books, movies, music. She has Spotify playlists, and she has even more coming in the new year to really help people embrace and fully to own their design style. And so she's made it fun, engaging, interactive, and it's really worked well for her.
I have to tell you, so Susan coached with me for a while and we got her business to another whole remarkable level. But this quiz that she created was all her and you, nothing to do with me. And it's an amazing quiz because she added I almost call it like, it's my own term, but it's like a three-dimensional quiz. Because once you come up with the style, the fact that she gives you a recipe, a playlist for songs, it's like the whole sensory experience just from answering a couple questions about what you like and what you don't like about living in your home, right? It's like amazing.
Yeah. And then you get that personal nurturing email specific to your style that says, hey, here you go. And so by the time you're done with her quiz, and it takes about a minute, if that, I mean, like a minute, if you really want to think about your choices, it's really quick and simple. But by the time you get done and all the things that you receive, you feel like you're building a relationship with Ellie Ann's interior design. And that comes into that like, no trust factor, where you start really pulling people in and they start imagining working with you. I mean, with her quiz, she starts planting the seed of how she can help make their life better.
Absolutely. And because then there's that whole nurture sequence that you can put into place that she has so nicely in her email sequences, right? That get to know me. I have it in mine. It's fun. I think one of the benefits of having a quiz on your site is you're going to go over some of the benefits, but number one is it keeps people on your site for longer.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Absolutely. It keeps people on your site for longer. And by staying on your site, they're engaging with you more. They're connecting with you more. They are going to remember you more. How many websites have you been to that you're like, oh, that was a really cool little tidbit I saw, but where did I see that? And you have no memory of the site or the person behind it because it was a tidbit, but not a full engagement. So having that quiz is real on full engagement that can bring in that. So
Right. And she didn't chintz on the details of that quiz. It's a well thought out
we
series.
spent a lot of time planning that quiz. That's why I say it was probably one of the most fun that I've done. But it really drives people into getting connected with her in the best possible way. So,
Okay.
but I have an example too that I'm actually launching today, and it's for consultants. So, because we
Ooh.
have coaches and consultants that you work with as well, and being one that's worked with you, I know the value of that. But Kim, our very own Kim Vanderpool with Fresh Impact, she comes and does the Marketing Monday. We just kind of fluffed up her site a little bit recently, and we implemented a quiz that
Mm.
is going to guide people to where they need to be. So Kim is an agency support. Like, she's not a one-woman show. She has an agency where she helps people learn social media, but she also does social media for people.
Right.
And she provides an audit. And the call to action for each one of those areas in her agency is different. And so she can't have just one book a consult with me, because she wants to specialize the experience her clients get based on what it is that they need. So we
Right.
just developed a quiz that, with a couple questions, is going to help us figure out, get the clients exactly where they need to be. So if they're looking for free training because they're just starting off their business, a couple clicks of the mouse and the training is provided right there for them.
Love it.
If
Love
they
it.
yeah, if they are looking for, she has some paid resources, some great workbooks, planners, things like that to help you with your social media. If that's what they're looking for, they don't have to search her site to find those things. Answer a couple questions and it's provided for them. And so that's another great way, rather than focusing just on that list building aspect, use it to guide people through your website to find what it is they're looking for without having to guess.
Yes, I love this. And I know we have a quiz out there. It's not as detailed as I want it to be. It's not leading people to where I want them to go. So it's something that I want to work on. And for anyone who's listening, if the other thing is, I found that there are quiz sites. So you buy one of those sites, you pay a monthly fee, you create a quiz, you put it on your website, but it's kind of taking them off your website because it's coming from a third party quiz place as opposed to you developing a quiz, correct?
Correct. And there is one quiz site that I will use. So now, if I design your website, I have quiz design features in the software that I utilize. So it's built all into it. But if you were on a Squarespace site or Shopify or even just a general WordPress site that's not something I designed, there is a third party that I work with that is it's a pretty decent quiz. It's easy to implement, it's easy to update. It has the lead capture functionality, and I can embed it into your website. It
Oh,
has a
okay.
small fee. Like you said, it's a small monthly fee, but the value, and that's where we started Susan's quiz originally, because she had a Squarespace site and we recently moved her to WordPress, but that's where we started her site, was in that. So there's options for everybody out there to develop a quiz and to have it on the website. That's a key. You want to embed it into your website rather than taking people away from it.
Right. And then even when you share it on Instagram or Pinterest or wherever you might be sharing, LinkedIn, you are able to then the link is going back to your website, which is always what you want as key for Google to know people are on your website looking at it so they feed it to more people, right? This is all a big machine that we have to feed the machine in all different ways.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So, yeah, so there's so many ways. And then the last example that I want to have, so we talked about, list building, but making it fun and interactive and planting that seed where they start imagining working with you. So we've got that. We talked about guiding your clients through the website to exactly what it is that they need. So that's a powerful way to use the quiz. I've done that for a couple people and it's really, really fun. But the other one is market research. You can utilize this to
Mm.
figure out what your target market is going in for. Now, you want to make sure you're offering value. And sometimes people are just feel valued when you ask their opinion. But
True.
I mean, they love sharing your opinion. But with a combination of some guided as well as open-ended questions, you can figure out where your target market is right now. What are they challenged with? What are they facing? What's going on? And so you could ask them a few of these questions to gather some insight to start building your 2022 marketing plan or your focus at where you want to go. Maybe you want to look at launching something big in the second half of 2022. Now would be the perfect time to implement this marketing type quiz to gather insights so that what you launch is going to be really well received with your target market.
I think it's huge because you don't know who's finding your website and what level are they at? Which service model do you currently have that serves those people? Or are you attracting all these low-level people that you don't want to attract? You don't want to have a service model. Then you have to look at your overall messaging and your website, right? So you're going to get information either way by having a quiz. All right, I want another quiz.
Yes, we can definitely do that.
You know, it's always all about me, right? No, I think that I think a quiz, I've seen so many, I have a quiz, but as you're talking, I'm thinking of more and more ideas to make it more interactive, more valuable, and driving them to the place they need to be on with my assistance, right? Do they need my free stuff, my YouTube channel, my paid membership site or consult, right? So same as an interior designer, do they need just a one-off consult with you on the phone or virtual? Are they looking for e-design? Are they looking for what, right? So there's a lot that can be found out in a fun way through a quiz, as opposed to what a lot of people have on their site, which is a questionnaire.
Yes, and that's the thing. People enjoy doing quizzes. I will say with quizzes, you want to keep them simple. You want to keep them easy. I have gone, like, we've all done the, what's your, dog personality type or some crazy thing like that. But if I get to question 8 and I'm not done yet, I'm sticking it out for a long time at question 8. Most people are going to bail by 5. So you want to keep it quick and simple and easy. But yeah, I forget what you had just said. My brain got excited.
No, that people have questionnaires on their website, but sometimes a quiz is just more fun because you can put, for interior designers especially, you can put something visual. Even for a coach, quite frankly, I can put, how do you feel right now? Is it going to be like, or is it right? And they can click off, how are they feeling right at the moment? So that would tell me, do they need an immediate consult with me? Or do they feel sort of like I know there's things I need to do, but right? So there's fun ways you can relay.
There's really fun ways you can relay that. And the thing too is with a quiz, people enjoy, that's what I started to say, people enjoy taking quizzes and they get one question at a time and it's an easy digestible bite. When they go and find a questionnaire, even if it is only 5 questions, the detail of that questionnaire can feel overwhelming, especially if they're in that, oh my God, I'm stressed out mode. They're not going to do the questionnaire. A quiz is easy digestible bites, and people will stick it out and they will get to the end of the quiz almost always if they feel that they're being heard and they're able to engage with you through that quiz.
Love it. Okay. All right. So tell everyone how to find you.
So you can find me at webdesignsbyteresa.com or check out my blog at teresaschlup.com. And if you have any questions about quizzes or websites or anything like that in general, hop on my calendar. I would love to connect with you. I'm here for you. So
awesome. Okay. And I am currently in the process. We are in launch mode of another group. Same as I always start. January 4th, we're starting another Profit Insiders for interior designers. There's always already 5 or 6 people in. If you need in, you got to get in quickly because my calendar is so full trying to go through the applications with people to see if they're a good fit, because I don't take anyone unless they're a good fit. So if you're interested, just go to my website, nancyganscofer.com. Right at the top, thanks to Teresa, there's a click to apply to the new group that's starting in January. Do it quickly if you're interested. So we're closing out fast. So, all right. Thank you, Teresa. I will see you next week, and everyone go have a great Wednesday.